Sage of Darkness. A dark organization created for the resurrection of the great mage Erikson. Unlike the returning monarch, this organization's key members are all humans, and they manage various businesses and dark families all over the continent, taking in all kinds of resources and human testing subjects. The Darren Barony is one of their main bases. The Sage of Darkness holds control over all of the Darren Dark family's organizations, making it a safe place for them, with the festivities celebrating the prevention of the demonification in place. The timing was perfect for the Sage of Darkness to plot something. However, Darren Dark family is on the verge of collapse as Mord and his gang has attacked them. A yellow-haired guy is escaping from them, but he is being caught, and he asked they Mord about their identity and the reason for his massacre. Mord says that this time the harvest is bigger than he expected, as they has caught the left hand of the Sage. The Sage of Darkness is led by 12 higher-ups. Of those, the top 3 are the mouth of the Sage, the right hand of the Sage, and the left hand of the S-2. The one thing they have in common is that they all possess a world fragment. This is because the vessel for Erikson's revival is the world fragments. According to the novel 2 years from now, the Sage of Darkness will succeed in collecting all the world fragments and will successfully resurrect Erikson. After that, they end up getting all of their fragments taken from them by Aiden. But Mord can't let that future happen. So he decides to get rid of these guys who will eventually being doomed to this world, and at the same time, he will also obtain the world fragments. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Mord then tells Leon to be careful, as this guy is the second strongest amongst the Dark Disciple, and he also possesses a world fragment. Hearing this, the guy gets shocked and asked, how did he know so much about him? Currently, Mord possesses 10 world fragments, so he has gotten into a level where he can easily see if the other person possesses a world fragment or not. As Mord is about to make his move, Leon stops him and tells him to leave this to him, as he also wants to test the new strength he has gained after going through hell, a divine blood. Are you a Vernars? I see why you are all so confident about... The guy says this after seeing Leon's aura. The guy then starts to bring out his mana and casts magic. Leon gets excited seeing this. He rushed towards the guy at full speed. The guy uses a 5th circle magic serpent of the eastern lands. As he finished casting the magic, some snakes appears out of mid-air and attacks Leon. Leon easily dodged them and gets closer to the guy. As Leon gets close, the guy casts another magic. This is a 6th circle magic called the Curse of the Souls. The guy touches Leon's chest and puts the cursing magic in him. After that, the guy laughs, saying that now feel the unbearable pain. Leon didn't show any signs of discomfort. He raises his hand and using his lightning-like power, he smashed the head of the guy. Leon then says, unbearable pain. I was beaten to the brink of death 200 times by the god of combat yesterday. Seeing this, Mord compliments Leon for learning the divine combat physique so quickly. Leon gets a bye shy and tells Mord that although he can use it, but it's not on the level of Mord's. Mord tells him not to rush himself, as he has made great progress. After that, we can see that one of the members of the Sage is alive, and he has seen all of this from a narrow alley. The guy sees this and gets scared, so he thinks to flew away, will all the secret documents and tell the other members about this incident. At that time, Keel gets there and puts his knife on the man's neck and asks that, where is he going? The man gets shocked, and after properly looking at Keel, he asked, what is that in his hand? Keel replies that it's a thing that he has obtained from the guys that he has killed just now. No! There's no way! They should have gone through the secret path. The man says this in panic. Keel then smiles and says that this kind of thing is his specialty. After that, he puts the man in eternal slumber. After that, the 3 of them leave this place and goes towards a field. Their Mord tells them that they should go to the White Demon realm where the Gatekeeper Legion is. That's good for me, but we were promised 8 months by General Ilden. "We've only been out here for 4 months," Keel says. Mord then think that the Sliverblood group will catch up to them, and if they get rid of them, the Silverblood will use the last trick up their sleeves. Mord think that he need to get more stronger, and at this current rate he can't guarantee that Keel and Leon will survive if they faced with the blood of silver. Leon has received the god of combat's blessings, but he need time to master it. Keel has also obtained aura by consuming the nectar, but he hasn't gotten used to it yet. Even if Mord have immense talent and knowledge of the future, he was able to collect all these fragments as easily as he did because of Keel. Leon was also somewhat helpful. After that, they all decide to go back to the Gatekeeper Legion. Later we can see that a group of Sliverblood members are chasing Mord and his team. The leader of the Silver Blood team tells his subordinates to track every step of Mord's and assemble their members, as they will be meeting Mord's team right about here. Mord and the other two are running at full speed towards the Gatekeeper Legion. While they are running, Mord tells them that the Sliverblood guys are chasing them, and they won't be able to avoid running into them, so he tells Leon and Keel to not let their guard down. As they are running, Mord noticed something, and he stops instantly. In front of Mord, a magic ball explodes. As they stops, the leader of Sliverblood group comes in front of them, and he says his greetings to Mord's. Seeing him, Mord launches his Mirage Destruction attack. The guy then moves his hand and changes the direction of the attack. Seeing this, Mord gets shocked, and he wonders if this is an exclusive skill or an item. The guy then looks at Mord and smiles, saying that he is quite impatient. "Well, it's obvious that you're from the blood of silver. And even if you aren't, I don't think my reaction would have been any different considering the number of men you have hiding out with weapons at the ready," Mord says. Hearing this, the guy compliments Mord for having such keen senses. Mord then asks the guy that if he is a higher up of the blood of silver, 4th tier 24-hour, white silver, or perhaps 16 steps to heaven. Hearing this, the man's expression changes and he gets mad. He looks fiercely at Mord and asked that how did he know this much about them. "This is the 3rd time I'm fighting you guys. Wouldn't it be more strange for me to not know anything at all?" Mord replies. The man thinks that Mord is dangerous, and he can't let his go, as the info about the 16th steps are top secret. Even many members of the Sliverblood are unaware of this. In the mean, while Mord uses his sense to get that actual number of people hiding behind the bushes and trees, he gets that including this man, there are a total of 27 people. Later, all them members come out of hiding and surround the 3 of them. The members also take out their weapons and are fully ready to slice them apart. Among this 27, 5 of them are Divine Bloods, and the rest are Atlas intermediate-level executives. Mord then tells Leon and Keel that as there are 27 of them, they will be taking on 9 each. Keel reply that it is not a problem for him, but it will be a bit hard for Leon. Hearing this, Leon tells Keel to take 3 more, and he will only be dealing with the rest. 6. Saying this, Leon opens his Divine Blood awakening, and Keel also takes his stand. The members of the Sliverblood also opens their Divine Blood and tells Leon and Keel that they are underestimating them. After that, the members takes permission from the man and rushed towards them. The man tells him to kill the others except for Mord. The Divine Bloods attacks Leon with Impulse Ball, but Leon dodged each of them easily. Leon then insults them, saying that if they learnt it just now. Hearing this, the guys gets mad and looks at Leon like as they are going to tear him apart. On the sight of Keel, he has been rushed by 4 men. Keel uses his spirit summon magic and summons the wind spirits and instantly knocks out the 4 men. The guy with Divine Blood is only standing. The guy tells Keel that it's a bit surprising, as they weren't told that Keel is a master rank magic combat artist. "Then it seems you need to get new informants, huh? Why don't you replace them all while you're at it?" Keel says this and smiles. Hearing this, the guy rushed, saying that he will think about it after killing him. The guy attacks Keel with his sword. Keel blocks it with his blue sword, but the strength of this guy is stronger than Keel, so he is having a hard time blocking the attack. The guy then pushed Keel with his sword and tells Keel to struggle as hard as he can. As it's been a while, he has killed a master. Now let's move towards Mord. The fight between Mord and the leader hasn't started yet. The leader asked Mord that why is there only 3 of them, as the blind monster, aka Ilden, should have put all the elites on him to try and keep him alive. Mord didn't say anything. He smiles as he was the one who knocked out the whole squad. Mord then tells the man that if he used all the forces he had to try and stop him from the beginning, he would have had a hard time. But even right now, there are only a couple from the 24-hour white silver. The man gets furious and strats to give a ominous aura. He tells Mord that he will kill him before he continue his yapping. The man challenges Mord, the successor of Vernars, and says that he is Ruth, the successor of the god of lake and peace. Saying this, Ruth swings his sword and opens his divine blood and tells Mord that he will show him that what it's like to fight him at a lakeside. Mord stands still and closely analyses Ruth, and gets that he is using the 2nd level of divine blood opening, and he also has an artifact. The man then looks at Mord and starts to say something about his squad that is formed for killing him. But Mord stops him midway and tells him to look around before getting arrogant. Upon hearing this, Ruth gets nervous, and he heightens his senses. He hears sounds of sword clashing. After that, he turns and sees that his fellow group members are getting brutally beaten and are knocked out by none other than Erna Vernars, and Erna comes here with her subordinate, and she smiles, seeing Mord. And she asked Mord that if she is too late or not. Last night, Mord met with Erna. As Erna has put her trust on him, so Mord decided to tell her the truth about the vile acts of the Archduke Vernars. Mord tells Erna that the Archduke Vernars eats his own children in order to maintain his youth. And so for the proof, Mord shows Erna the messages between the blood of silver and Archduke Vernars. Seeing this, Erna gets angry as their hero is the villain himself. Now back to the present. By seeing Erna, Ruth asked Mord that if she is his backup. Ruth also tells Mord that nothing will change because of her, as they will also be killing her along with him. Lexian didn't like deaths by ambush. Your blessing is specialized for preventing ambushes, isn't it? Mord says this to Ruth. Hearing this, Ruth gets shocked, and he asked Mord that, how did he know about the divine blood of Lexian, the god of lake and peace? He was a pretty famous god in the novel MWDW, probably as much as Aiden's bloodline, Magenta. Because of his exclusive skill, which is specialized for defense, the successors of Lexian were never assassinated. Neither stray narrow nor intended assassination would harm them. That's it. It's a powerful blessing because its condition is that you must be by a lake. Mord then tells Ruth that he will get rid of him first before doing the same to all others. Hearing this, Ruth says that Mord is an arrogant bastard. He further tells Mord that his subordinate will kill his teammates before him. At that time, an arrow flies towards Ruth and hits his head. But due to his blessings, the arrow didn't touch him. Some guys in black clothes shoots this arrow from a hill. These guys are the top 4 elites of the Shadow Wolf squad. Keel is the one who called this guys. The guys then gets down and says that they hid them and come here as fast as possible. They also says that they will be really fast to make up for being late. After that, one guy jumps and shatters the ground, taking down 2 enemies. Ruth gets a bit nervous seeing this master rank guys. One member of the Shadow Squad again shoots an arrow towards Ruth. Ruth blocks the arrow using Mana Shield. The members of the Shadow Squad are having fun to test out the blessings and powers of Ruth. Keel is struggling, so he shouts at them to stop having fun and help him. Ruth is a bit worried after seeing all this Master Rank Magic Combat Artist. A Master Rank Magic Combat Artist is a rare resource for a nation. Their numbers can be counted on 2 hands, and they are not easy to hire. Ruth wonders that how much the blind old man values Mord. Seeing the worried face of Ruth, Mord tells him not worry, as their fight will be one-on-one, with no one interfering them. Ruth gets angry and he jumps, saying that he admits that they are outnumbered, but also warns Mord not to think that he has won already. Ruth is a fourth tier higher up of the Blood of Silver. He has pretty ample experience in combat compared to the other members of the 24-hour White Silver. He's hunted down other divine bloods multiple times as demanded by the Blood of Silver, and amongst them was a Vernars too. A Vernars may have a strong physique, but only a very few reach the second level of divine blood opening. The Vernars' lack of an artifact made combat easier for Ruth too. Ruth attacks Mord with Impulse Rain, so to tackle it, Mord uses Triple Mirage Destruction. Mord's attack overpowers Ruth's. Due to the Mirage Destruction, Ruth's vision is blocked. Mord used this chance to ambush Ruth from behind. But again, due to Lexian's blessing, Ruth gets saved. Ruth lets his guard down for a bit and says that Mord is naive. Mord uses this time and gives a solid hit on Ruth's face. Upon getting hit, Ruth flies away and falls on the ground. It's not an ambush if you already noticed that could have finished you off. What a shame. Mord says this to Ruth. As Ruth starts to get up, Mord gets serious as he wants to end the fight now. Even if you're a genius, how can this be possible? Ruth shouts this after seeing Mord. Erna and Keel also noticed the immense aura coming from Mord's second divine blood opening. This is impossible. Even if he is as talented as he is, you're telling me that he trained enough to enter the second level in just half a year? Is it because he defeated the demon realms count 1-on-1? That could not have been enough. Mord, just what have you been doing all this time? Erna wonders. A fight with the demon realm's Baron, fighting the Blood of Silver's squads as well as Varen, a top-rank warrior, the destruction of the Archlich and 2 high-level mages, defeating the witch cursed by a god and freeing her, and the battle with the demon realm count a few days ago. This also incidents helped Mord getting this powerful so fast. Mord now attacks Ruth with his fist. Ruth blocks it with his artifact soured. But the strength of Mord is so superior that Ruth shakes just from blocking Mord's simple punch. Mord then rushed towards Ruth, saying that he wants to see that how sturdy is the artifact that he is holding.